Okay, good. So anyways, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. All right. Did you study today? Yeah, did you study today?
Yes, I studied today.
Okay, what is the subject that you studied today?
I studied math, English, and math, Vietnamese, English, and technology today.
Okay, so you still have time to play.
Yes, I still have time to play.
Wow, that's great.
But
Oh,
not at all time to play.
not all the time, of course, because you need to study. Yes, okay. Now, how about the weather for today? How is the weather?
It's sunny today.
It's sunny. Oh, is it very hot or not so?
Not so.
Mm.
Not sunny today, but it's cloudy today, but cold.
Oh, I see. Okay, so well, thank you. So anyways, for today, we will go and study your book and let me share it with you.
Okay.
There you go. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so these were the things that we had answered or we had discussed last time. Okay, so we have here the answers now and we will discuss that. Okay, so just
Okay.
to put up knowledge. Okay, so let's have number one. Which animal has more bones in its body, an elephant or a mouse? So I guess you answered okay, I guess you answered letter C, right? They both
Yes, I
have,
answer that all.
yes, they both have the same number of bones. Okay, now,
Okay.
yes. And okay, next, why is it that all or animals has more bones? All mammals have about the same number of bones. Of course, the size of the bones is different. An elephant's bones are much bigger than a mouse's bones. Okay, but they just have the same number of bones. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And number two question. Who was or who has more bones? A baby human or a grown-up? What was for your answer here?
Oh, but I say that a baby.
A baby. Oh, yes, correct. Yeah, I remember. You said baby. That's correct. A baby human has more bones than a grown-up because a baby has how many? 270 bones when it is born. And a grown-up has 206 bones only. So a baby's bones are smaller and softer than a grown-up's bones. So as babies grow, some of their bones join together and become bigger, harder bone. All right. So that's the explanation there. Next, number three. Which has the most teeth? A whale, a shark, or a human? And I guess you answered a shark, right?
Yes, I answer the star.
Yes, you said letter B, which is correct. Okay. It has more, okay, more teeth than human and a whale. Okay, so as you can see, this is an example of, what's this? A shark
Uh,
teeth. Yes, this is a shark teeth. So how many teeth does a shark have? A shark has how many?
3,000.
Yes. So during its lifetime, one shark can have 20,000. Oh, imagine 20,000 teeth. And a human adult has 32. Yes, like me, I have 32. Okay, a human child has 20. Okay, 20 teeth. When you lose your baby teeth, new teeth will grow in their place. But if you lose your adult teeth, they will not grow back. Okay, but some whales have teeth, but the blue whale has no teeth. Oh, that's why blue whales are so nice, right? Are good
Yes.
to people because they don't have teeth. Yeah, it just swallows its food without chewing it. Yes, they will just swallow the food directly. They will not chew because they don't have teeth. All right, so that's correct. Now, number 4, which grow more quickly? Your fingernails or your toenails? I guess your answer here is your fingernails, right? We
Yes,
have
the
discussed this
fingernail.
one. Yes, okay. Here is the explanation to why. Okay, so this is your fingernails, right? Did you try to cut your fingernails?
Yes, I tried. No, I didn't try to cut my fingernails. My dad or my mom cut my fingernails.
Okay, yeah, so let's say your mom or your dad cut your fingernails this week, or yeah, this week. So for how many weeks or days will it grow again?
2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Yes, exactly. So that's a very fast, okay? Very fast to grow. So yeah, it's for your fingernails, it will grow 3 times faster than your toenails. So it takes your toenails 2 years to grow 2.5 centimeters. Okay, so how long is 2.5? I guess this long. Yes, 2.5 centimeters. And it only takes 8 months for your fingernails. 8 months. If you're not gonna cut your fingernails, it will grow 2.5 centimeters. So you need to cut it every month, right?
Okay.
Okay, and your middle fingernail is the fingernail that grows the fast. Okay, try to observe your middle fingernail. Yes, did you cut your fingernail this week?
No.
Oh, yeah, no, haven't. Okay, maybe next week. Okay, we will not know. Is it still small?
Yes.
Yeah, the same with me. Okay, but if you're going to cut it, okay, and then you will notice that the finger or the middle fingernail is the one that will grow fastest. Okay, so this one. And both your fingernails and your toenails grow more quickly in the summer and more slowly in the winter. Okay, so it also has connection with the weather. All right, now let's have number 5. Do you use more muscles to smile or to frown? And your answer is, okay, what was your answer?
To smile.
Oh, to smile, yes. But the correct answer here is letter B. Oh, to frown. It says to frown.
To frown.
Oh, let's see the explanation. It says here, you have how many muscles? 60, okay? 60 muscles in your face. When you frown, you use 40 of those muscles. Okay, this is how you frown. Okay. Yeah, so like that. So 40 of those muscles are working. But when you smile, you only use 18. Okay, so which is bigger, 40 or 18? Yeah, it's 40. Okay, so it's the time when you frown, the muscles are being used. So scientists did an experiment with frowning. They did that. They told people to look down, wrinkle their forehead, and press their lips together. They asked the people, how are you feeling? The people said, upset, unhappy, worried. Okay, so those were what people says. Frowning made the people feel bad. So if you try to frown, they start to feel unhappy. Yeah, if you try to frown, try it. If you try to frown, do you still or do you start to feel unhappy?
No.
No. So you're still happy if you're frowning?
I feel worried.
Oh, for example, let's say an example. Your mom, your dad, and your brother will go to the town, but you are left alone at home. So, will you be smiling or frowning? Will you be smiling or frowning?
I will frown.
Yeah, you will be frowning. Okay, so
Because I hate that I need to be at home.
yes. So that's how you feel, right? You feel unhappy. So, yeah, since you said you are frowning, it means you are unhappy, not happy. Okay, now if you smile, okay, if you smile, can you try to smile? Do you start to feel happier if you smile?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that's how you feel about frowning and smiling. Okay, so now let's talk about looking at the voting chart of your classmate. For each question, how many children voted for the correct answer? Okay, which questions were the trickiest? Look at the facts on 13 and 14. In your opinion, which is the most amazing? How many people had the same opinion? Okay. Okay, so which do you think is a fact or an opinion in this in this quiz? Which is a fact and opinion?
I don't know.
Or can
I
you
think
just
all is a fact.
oh, none of it is an opinion. Yeah. Okay, so all of it is a fact.
Opinion, all is a fact.
Okay, which do you think is amazing? Amazing to you? Which do you think is amazing to you?
Oh, I have 3 and 1.
3 and 1. Oh, about animals. Yes. Okay, that is also an amazing thing to learn. Yes. Okay. And now let's go to word study. So look at these words and all right. Okay, it's like you're going to act it out. Okay, and you're gonna guess. Okay. Okay, maybe we'll just try at least 3. Okay, 3 words there. So I'm gonna act out and you're gonna guess what's the word. Okay. Yes. Okay, again, I'm going to act out and you will be the one to guess what's the word.
Okay.
Okay, so all right. Okay. Number 1 is
Finger.
finger what?
Fingernail.
Okay. How about this one?
Forehead.
Very good. How about this one? Okay, how about
It's frown.
frown?
Upset.
Oh, frown or upset. Okay, very good. All right. So now let's guess the answer to this riddle. Okay. The riddle is, what am I? Okay, let's guess. Please read.
Every minute, every day, sleep awake, I come awake. I make a bright red river flow from the top of your head to the lip of your toe. Tap, tap, beat, beat all day long. Exercises, what am I?
Oh, so do you know what's that? Every minute, every day, asleep, awake, I pump away.
Heart.
Again?
Heart.
A heart?
Yes, heart. Need exercise.
Okay, let's see. I make a bright red river flow from the top of your head
The blood.
to the tip of your toe. Oh, very good. It also sounds like thump, thump, beat, beat. Okay, all
That's
day.
all the side of the heart.
Yes, wow, very good. That's a quick answer.
I see it in the shade of the curry river.
Oh. This one?
Yes, that one.
Yes, okay. What a nice
I think
clue.
that is a key.
Oh, yes, exactly. Okay. And it's good that you have seen it quickly. Okay, that's amazing. All right. So, okay, so this is just a quiz, all right? Okay.
Yes,
So
just a quiz.
these are quizzes, and I guess we have done this already for our previous class. Okay, so what have you learned in this lesson? Can you share it to me?
I have learned how many parts of body can you name? Well, listening to your partner. Muscles, bones, head, toes, fingers, arms, many.
Yes, okay, so you have gained a new knowledge or information. Yeah, which is great. And you can also share it into the class. Okay, if teacher will ask you, okay, in your science class, okay, how many bones do we have? How about the animals? Okay, so you can now know, you will answer it directly. All right, so that's great. Okay, so no questions about this lesson?
Yes, I don't have any question.
Okay, so can you give me at least 2 things on how to stay healthy?
To stay healthy, we need to eat vegetable and do exercise and sleep
And
every day.
sleep early, right? Sleep at the right time. Okay, how many hours do we need to sleep?
We need 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours. Okay, 10 hours if you're a kid. Okay, so 8 hours if you're a grown up. All right. Okay, so this time we are going to go to the next unit. Okay, finally, we're going to big and little. All right, so let's know about the sizes. Okay, so again, okay, just an overview of what we will learn in this book or unit. We're going to talk about and compare size, where we have to also give opinions and explain why. We have to also learn about big and little robots. Oh, that's quite interesting. We will also play some games and do an experiment. Read and discuss a tall tale. Okay, so yes, are you fond of playing robots?
Yes, that's fine.
Do you have robots? Like a toy robot?
I think I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so is it
But
a...
I don't know. I know that
You don't know.
I think that I break it.
When you were a kid. I mean, you were a baby. Oh, I see. So what is the size of it? Is it a big robot or was it a little one?
It's a little robot.
Yeah, so really fits to your age. Yeah, since you said you were a baby that time. Okay. All right. So now, do you go to a big school or a little school?
Little school when I grade 1.
Oh, little school. How many classmates do you have in grade 1? How many were you in the classroom?
I don't know.
Because when you say little, it's just a few students, okay?
Oh, when I was grade 1, I have a big school, 30 friends.
Oh,
30
30.
students.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's a big school. How about now
Yes.
at your grade?
29 students.
Oh, I guess it's still big. Yeah, so it's a big school. All right, and what do you like about your school?
I have many friends.
You have many friends. Aside from that, do you have good teachers?
Because I have good teachers.
Yes, that's great. Since you're a good student, you will also have a good teacher. Okay, now listen to the interview with Mark and Sophia. Okay, so since we can't listen to the interview, let's just make our own thoughts, okay? Let's just imagine that we are having an interview with Mark and Sophia. Okay, so here is the school. This is Mark's school and Sophia's school. Okay, so there's a difference between their school, right? Okay, now let's see. Why does Mark like his small school? Why does he like his small school?
He likes his small school because I don't know.
Okay, I think, okay, you can also say, you can also say, I think, in my opinion, because, yeah, he don't want a lot of people, yeah, around him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why Marx wants to study in a little school. How about Sophia? Why does Sophia like her big school?
Sophia likes her big school because she want to have friends.
She wants to have lots of friends at school. Yes, that's correct. Okay, and which do you like better, a small school or a big school?
Big school.
Oh, why?
Can you say it again?
Yeah, why do you like a big school?
Because I like there to have new friends.
Yeah, you can say I like big schools better because.
Yeah, because I like to have new friends.
Yes, you like to meet new friends, right? That's
Yes.
why. Okay. Yeah, so you are an interactive person. You like to be friends with others. Yeah, because some children doesn't want to have lots of friends. So that's why some students will just have homeschooling. It means they will just study at home. Or sometimes.
I hate it to study at home. That's boring.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you also do homeschooling before or now?
I have a school before, but now I learn online.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because other kids will do homeschooling. So it's like the teacher will just go to their house, yes, And
I
then,
don't have it.
yes, okay. That's what you call homeschooling. So if you are a kid that don't want to go to school, don't want to meet friends or many people, yeah, so you can do schooling.
But it is expensive.
Exactly. Yes, it is. So it's better that you will go to a big school. Yes, because you can also meet new friends, right? New friends, and you can also learn a lot.
New friend is fun.
Exactly. Okay, so that's good. All right. So now, who said each of these? Okay, we'll just keep that one. All right. Okay, so here is Mark's family and Sophia. Okay, so why do you think, or why does Mark like big screens? In your own opinion, yes, in your own opinion only. For
Can you say
example,
it again?
yeah. How about you? For example, you, which do you prefer, or which do you like
Oh,
better?
I like Mark better because I don't want to hurt my eyes. So I
Oh,
want to watch it with my family too.
okay, so you like better small screens, am I right? Okay. Yes, I guess that's also the reason why Sophia likes small screens, because she'll hurt her eyes. Yes, if it's too big, if the screen is too big. But I think Mark has a problem on his eyes. Yes, maybe
Okay.
because he likes big screens, okay, but he is not so close, okay, he's not so close to the screen. Yes, he's just yes, in the middle of it. Okay, so now let's have, what do you think is inside this huge present?
I think it's a bigger gift or a big gift.
I'm sorry, a big
A big gift.
gift. Okay, what's inside the huge present? Is it a toy? Is it
I don't know what inside it.
okay, just a
I
guess
think it's
only.
a robot.
A robot, okay. What do you think is inside in the tiny, look at this one, the tiny present? What do you think is inside here?
Tiny, tiny present is, I think it has something small like the eraser or something smaller.
Oh, yes, I guess that's very small. Okay, but in general, which do you like better? Big presents or small presents, and why?
I like big present because it is huge or it can many.
Oh, it means in your mind, if it's big or if it's
It can a
huge,
lot.
it's a lot. It has a lot inside, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. And it's more exciting and surprising, right? If you have a huge present, you'll be more happier. Exactly. Okay.
More happy.
All right. Anyways, I guess we're running out of time. So we will just continue this in our next class, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So thank you and see you again. Bye-bye.